I spoke to Jordan and Jennifer just a short time ago about the reaction to that special and what the future holds for them. So I watched the special last night and I was blown away by the two of you. And I know you all watched the special over the weekend. Can I ask you both what that was like? Jordan, I'll start with you.
So when I tried to, at first I couldn't watch it, but then when I finally watched it because I wanted to see it, I had to like pause in a lot of parts because it was really hard for me to watch it. It brought back a lot of stuff, and when I saw the camera film of mother and father, it was very like scary, like my heart just dropped to my stomach. It was like very, very nervous, but I was just like, it was really hard for me to watch it, but I'm just glad that it's out there so people can see it and they can, hopefully it makes a good difference and we can make a change and people know that they have a voice and they can speak up if something's not right.
Oh.
So
you all, the bravery that it took to tell your story, that is not an easy thing to live through and then to relive it. Jennifer, what was it like for you to watch?
It was just that, basically reliving it, and it was very emotional, brought back all the emotions. And when I saw the video cam, that was the first time me seeing that footage. I mean, of course I lived it, but still the actual footage, and it was like, wow. Like, I'm so glad we got out of there. You may feel silenced, but there's always a way out. And I hope people get that from our story. Like, there's always hope, even if it feels like there's none.
I'm telling you, that is exactly what the message was that was resounding for me. Were you proud of yourselves when
Yes.
you saw the courage it took, when you saw you telling your story, owning your story? Did you feel pride?
Yes, I was so proud of myself.
Yeah,
I was so
I
proud
think
of both of us.
me personally, I don't talk about it much, so I kind of hold it in. And so I think like just letting it out, like saying it, kind of helps me too some.
That's incredible. You mentioned watching the footage, the body cam footage. Jordan, when you first met that officer, when you were brave and you ran out of that house and you could see you getting out of that window and running and making that phone call, is that the first time you saw the footage of yourself?
That's the first time I saw any of those footage films, and it was just like, I don't know, like I was just like, wow, I didn't even know I ran that fast.
Yeah, and speaking to that, I mean, this isn't something you would normally do. You probably didn't even run. You were in that house.
I was sitting down most of my life, so like, it was just really scary. Like, I was desperate to get away from that house because I didn't want them to come out and see me.
And seeing yourself with the officer explaining your story, what was that like for you to watch it for the first time?
Well, I was just like, I remember the feeling. Like, when I listened to the phone call and I saw the footage, I just couldn't like stop crying because I kind of felt like I was in the moment again. And that's like something that's never gonna leave you. Like, you're always gonna remember that. That's like, it was so terrifying because I didn't know what was gonna happen in that moment. But also at the same time when I was watching it, I was like, wow, I've came a long way. Because there's things that I didn't like really understand that I didn't even remember me not knowing.
You didn't know what bruises were. You didn't know what injuries were, what that word meant.
Yeah, and I was just like, it's kind of like when I watch it, it's like, oh, I didn't know what that was. Yeah. Like, I mean, I knew I didn't know what a lot of things was, but like now that I know so much, I'm like, wow, like we were really kept isolated. We were really like indoors because it's just crazy. Like,
it wasn't just physical abuse. There was so much more.
There was so much more. Everything that, pretty much everything.
Yeah. And Jennifer, I'm curious because I know you were helping Jordan. You had attempted an escape earlier, so you were kind of trying to prepare her how to get out, what to look for. To see your sister do that now in that video where it was all documented, what was that like for you as her older sister to watch?
So much pride. And I think that's where I cried the hardest. And I was
so sweet.
so proud of you.
You're so sweet.
Thank you. And then I know, God, I was like so proud. I couldn't have been more proud.
Those girls and their strength and their resilience and their sweetness, it's overwhelming to see them where they are now, but what they've been through is unthinkable. And I love that they said they don't want to be viewed as victims. They want to be viewed as heroes, which they are.
Yes. Do you have a sense of what their day-to-day life is like right now?
You know, I think they're just trying to catch up. You know, they didn't get the education we all received. They didn't get the love. They didn't get the security. So they're building not only just their own personal strength, but their vocabulary, their life skills. They had none of them. Incredible
Story. And Amy, you're going to have part 2 of your interview when we come back. And we are back with more from Amy's interview with Jennifer and Jordan Turpin.
That's right. As we heard the girls say, they went through some really tough times even after they escaped. And now they say they feel so much lighter after watching the special. They said, in fact, it was like a curtain had been lifted. What has the reaction been? Have you heard from people after they've watched this special and watched you tell your story? What have you heard from people? I know that people are calling you heroes. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
What does that feel like? Tell me what the reaction has been.
Hundreds of DMs, hundreds,
Yeah.
and lots of comments and followers, and the all the love and support I'm getting is just it's overwhelming, but it's awesome. Like I don't even know the word to describe.
Yeah.
But I think overwhelming is definitely a good word for it.
I think you guys know that I went into kind of another bad situation, and I was there for 3 years after the escape. So I barely just got out. I haven't even been like outdoors, like really outdoors. Not even a year. It's probably been like 7 or 8 months. Me personally, I thought that I wasn't loved, and so when people are saying that I matter, and they see that I'm loved and that I know I'm making a difference, I just I don't understand it, because my whole life I thought that I didn't matter and I wasn't loved. And so it just means so much to me. You know, I've always had my siblings and only my siblings. So when I see other people care about me, I don't even know what to think. Like, it's hard for me to process.
Jordan, you mentioned your siblings. Were any of them able to watch, and have they talked to you about it?
I haven't really talked to them yet. I did call her the next day though, just to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah, she was so sweet. We watched it pretty much at the same time.
Yeah.
We didn't even know it.
Right, we didn't even realize that. I was
But-
just like, you okay?
Yeah, but some of my siblings has reached out to me. They're all just, you know, thanking me, and saying, and they're just,
Yeah,
they're
did
being
get a
so
couple
supportive
saying
and
thank
everything.
you.
They're just
Yeah.
so sweet.
How are they doing? I know, because you mentioned it, you referenced it, and we saw it in the piece that once you all got out of this horrible situation, many of you found yourselves in another bad situation where
Yeah.
you weren't protected, you weren't taken care of, you were left to fend for yourselves. Even word that you were hungry again.
Yeah.
Where are you now? How are you feeling about your situation and where your siblings are?
So I think everyone's definitely in a better place right now, definitely. I know, me personally, I have a lot of healing to do from the last home I was in. I feel like there was a lot of damage done, and it's just been really hard, but I think that, I think things are gonna start getting better right now. You know, we just have to have faith.
Yes.
Tell me about your life right now, Jennifer.
I have my own place. I recently got a car. I have an adorable kitty cat and bunny. I love my job, even when it gets hard.
Jordan, how about you?
I want to be a motivation speaker to help others and stuff, because my whole life it's been so hard for me to understand why, why everything has happened. But if I can use what I went through to make a difference in the world, then I think that can heal me.
And have you thought about what you would say to Justin Bieber if you ever got to meet him?
I think I will probably cry. I don't know what I would say. I want to just thank him for being like, he made a big difference, and I want to thank him, and there's just so much I want to tell him, you know.
We feel everything you're conveying, and that's a beautiful thing, to feel connected to somebody, and you've connected all of us. So thank you for being brave and courageous and sharing your story, and hopefully being further on your path to healing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We all saw them here this morning, and they were just so bright. They were just bright spots of just general enthusiasm and excitement. They're taking life and really going in the direction they should have been going this whole time. It's so wonderful to see them on their path.
It really is.
It really is. Escape from a House of Horrors, a Diane Sawyer special event, is streaming now on Hulu. If anyone wants to watch this, it is so powerful.
Riveting.
We can tell. Yeah. Thank you, Amy.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.